This is a Google Pixel 2 XL, it's a smartphone, and this is the best smartphone camera in any smartphone so far. And what you're watching me on now is being recorded by a Canon 77D. It's a very expensive, very good quality DSLR, and let's see how good the two pictures are. So back in June I went out with both the camera and this smartphone, like I said, Google Pixel 2 XL, and I took a bunch of pictures with both devices, and what you're about to see is a bit of a slideshow comparing the pictures taken from this camera and that phone. I'm not going to tell you which is which to start with, but I can confirm that some pictures have been cropped and zoomed just to make the frames all the same size, because obviously this is a massive lens on the camera compared to a little one on the phone. But if you can see which one's which, then good for you. If not, then yeah, but straight into the video. Let's go. So as I said, there are going to be some cropping differences based on the size of the lens sizes, but going straight into it, we started off by some long range typical pictures you might take, and you can see straight away that both pictures are very, very high quality. You might notice the difference in the sky, tones in the sky here. Similar with this one, greenery might be a bit more or less green. The sky changes from bluish to whitish in some of these pictures, but generally it's very good quality. A lot of similarities here. I suppose it's more or less of the sharpness and colors and saturation that you might be looking out for here. This one in particular is a lot darker in one picture, you can tell, compared to this one. This is a lot more bright, you can see the building clearly, you can see the trees clearly, whereas here it's a lot more like a silhouette kind of thing. But as I said, very good quality for both of them. This one here is where you see the most difference. It's obviously a lot more green in the second one, a lot more color sharpness, a lot more saturated, you might say. And similar here, the sunlight beams through so much more in this picture compared to the last one. This one captures more of the actual subject at hand, whereas the other one's letting the sun through. And you can see a lot of differences with like lens flare and just the small things like that to do with obviously the lighting conditions and how the lens adapts to where the sun is. Similar in this one. There's not so much color here, as you can tell, but you can see how sharp it is. This is one of my favorite ones, one of the closer ones as well. You can still see with the two lenses the difference in color and how much processing goes in after the picture, which might give away which one is which. But it's so sharp and it's so clear, I think, in most cases. From these two pictures you can see the difference from where it's focused on the writing in one and then the bridge in the other one. In this one here you can see it's focused on the bridge, and also in this picture focused on the bridge instead of the writing. So if you go back and rewind it, you can see just how different each lens adapts to focusing and changing depth of field. These ones are also quite cool to take. It shows similar, like I said before, depth of field. You can see some focus on the bridge and some on the flowers up front. And you can see coming up here in the next few seconds is portrait mode from the Pixel 2. I probably shouldn't have given it away, but I'm sure you can tell straight away from a camera compared to the faked portrait mode from the phone. But it really is quite spectacular how much it goes to show here. These ones at the moment are, I thought I'd take them just to show the difference in color. For example here, there's a lot more color in this one in my opinion, but the flowers are very similar to each other, whereas in the other one you could quite clearly see which one was purple, which one was pink, sorry, and which one was cream. And again here you can see differences in color and just what, you know, how capable each lens is. I thought I can't do this video without a standard selfie, so you're about to see I think 6 pictures here. One with the camera without flash, one with flash, and then one with the back camera plain and portrait mode, and one with the front camera plain and portrait mode. You can probably see which is which just based on the reflection in my glasses lens, which will give it away for a lot of people, but generally I feel like it just looks a bit like one is just an edited version of the other, which is quite cool. And these last few are just some ones I took for fun on the way home from the Clifton Suspension Bridge, which is where I took the pictures. So this is just, you can see similar from before, colors, the depth of field, which is in focus, what isn't in focus, and I think it's really clear here. You can see one of them from the camera, the focus is really clear on the sunglasses, whereas in the other two it's a lot more spread out. But yeah, all in all I think, as I said before, it's very close. You can go back through it yourself and see which ones are best than the other ones. I know this isn't like the most well edited video in the world, I'm not NKBHD or anything like that, but but I do think this video does enough to showcase truly, one, how good the Pixel 2 camera is, and two, how not professional I am with a camera. So that is it for today's video. Don't forget to comment down below if you want to talk about something, discuss, let's say, cameras and smartphones in particular. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more videos in the future. If you don't already know, then it went, as the timeline went by, it was like camera, smartphone, portrait mode if necessary, then back to smartphone and back to camera. So those are your comparisons if you didn't already clock that in the video. But yeah, like as I've said throughout the video, the line is so small nowadays. If you're debating whether to spend £1,000 on a camera or £1,000 on a phone, the phone wins all day, every day in my opinion. Not because the phone's better, because it's not quite yet. But when you consider a camera, you gotta buy battery charger, memory card, and a lens, as well as some other things, accessories, if you really want it to be good. Whereas a smartphone just works basically. You buy it, and in the box you have everything you need. So that's something to consider when it comes to buying a phone or a camera. But yeah, that's all from me today. Peace out.